How to set up your life so your business is your vacation. It's your boy Colton Havens. Okay, and we're gonna jump straight into this. Yesterday we were talking about the four questions that we needed to answer in order to figure out what business we wanted to go in, or in order to find what it is out of life that we actually would enjoy, right? So this is how we can tap dance to work and that we don't need a vacation from, because if you need a vacation from what you do, you shouldn't go back. Okay. The majority of people in today's society do not enjoy what they do, whether it's for business or for work. Okay. You have like 1 in a million people actually get excited to get up and to go do what they want to do for the day and earn a great living. Right. And you can be one of those 1%ers, or you wouldn't be on a video just like this. Okay. And we are getting our information today and our inspiration from we're doing the Ty Lopez's 67 steps. So we are getting introduced to the easiest and fastest way to learn from the smartest and most successful and wealthiest people in the world. Today is day 13, day 14 for us, but we're on 13 inside of the Ty Lopez 67 steps, frameworks and guidelines to live the good life. Okay. If you are a stressed out business owner who wants unlimited amounts of attention, leads, and sales using organic video, make sure you go to the first link in the description so you can get the 15-day challenge and blueprints from our friend and mentor, Dave Sharp. So this is how you will scale your business online. The 67 steps is how you'll keep your mindset right. Okay. And that's what we're going over right now. So I was able to do this for my business and my life. I designed my business around my life when I moved out here to Utah. And the way I was able to do that, I broke it down logically with numbers. But before we get into that strategy, we have to talk about what it is that we like to do, and finding what we like to do versus what we love to do. Because it shows us that if we go after what we love to do, and if you do something every day that you love, eventually you don't like it anymore. Okay. Ty Lopez uses the example of his salsa dancing business that he started. He says, I loved salsa dancing until I turned it into a business. And then I had to do it and teach it every single day. And eventually I got sick and tired of doing salsa. So there's a fine line between finding something that you like and you're good at, and then going and pursuing something that you love or lust after. Is a good way to explain it. Michael Jordan is also a good example for this. Michael Jordan loved baseball, okay, but he liked basketball, okay. And with the four questions that we asked yesterday, as you can see, Michael Jordan in basketball was a good choice, even though that he loved baseball. So there is a fine line between the two, and we're going to get into what that is and what it looks like. Okay. It's really going to jump off over yesterday's video and answering these four questions. So we're going to get back into those four questions. So what can you do every day when you wake up and you can tap dance to work? What's a category of things that you could talk about effortlessly any time of the day, on the weekends, late at night? What's that topic? Okay. Go ahead and put it into the comments, because we can be able to find a way to build and create an entire business out of that, unless you're already in that business. Okay. Which is going to be fantastic. Now, let's talk about how we can actually design our life using these strategies. Let's say we pick our topic. Okay. If you already have a topic, go ahead and put it in there. Then we need the four different business models that you can run. Okay. You have affiliate marketing, where you can use and sell other people's things in that category. You have coaching and consulting, where if you're good at that sport or that thing, you can actually get paid to coach. Okay. And then you have events, live events. So you can throw on clinics, and you can put people together inside a building and coach, right? So you have affiliates, you have coaching, you have events, you have consulting. Okay. Those are the four types of businesses that you can create that earn the best cash. Okay. That are actually profitable, which is a huge part in why we want to do what we do, right? And so how I designed it is I did the math. Okay. I just did the math. How much is rent, food, hobbies, credit card payments, so on and so forth. And I get my number. Okay. And I get my number. Now, I developed my own coaching program to be able to hit that mark with one person a month. So if I get one person a month to join my coaching program, or just one of my coaching programs, okay, that takes care of my living situation. So anything after that is going to be in profit mode, right? It's going to be what I can use for extra money, save, put back into the business for ads, and rerun it, right? So I have mine designed to have 4 clients at a time doing one-on-one coaching, right? This is just my coaching business, right? This isn't my agency or my affiliate marketing side or my course. Okay. This is just this is just coaching. And so 4 people paying me that amount, I can make, close to $15,000 a month doing that, working only 4 hours a week. Okay. Because I only spend 1 hour a day with each of these individuals on 1 day a week. On Mondays, I do my coaching and consulting calls. And there's a few things that you can do in order to figure out how I price something. Okay. And you always price something. It's not based, if you do it right, you don't want to base it off of your time put in. You're going to base it off of what we build together. Okay, what we're going to actually build together. And when people work with me, we build a machine that will sell their business 24/7, 365. And we develop habits and skills that once they're developed, they will continually grow your business till the end of time. So you don't always have to be with me. I can coach, get you a couple wins, and then you can be off to the races, and you can go do it yourself after those 90 days. Okay. And so that opens up my entire week where I get to go play golf or I can go skiing. Okay. And I was able to do this because of Tai Lopez's 67 steps and the concept of, can you tap dance to work? When you wake up in the morning, are you excited to do what you want to do? And if you're not, that's okay. Okay. It's finding out where we're at right now in our thing that we do. We may need to pivot. We may need to pivot into a different direction, maybe a different category. Maybe we're doing the same thing, just in a different category. Because if we live in for vacations, we've already lost, right? That's the point of today. If your whole goal for your work is to get the 1 week, the 2 week, or the 1 month of vacation, and that's what you live for, then your life sucks the rest of the time. So we want to build and design a life that we don't need a vacation from. So that way we continuously grow, we continuously enjoy our life and living the way that we want to live. Majority of the people do not do that. Of course, they live for the weekend, as you can see, because they're living and working in a life that they could care less about, and they hate, and they're frustrated, right? Even people that make a lot of money still fall into this category. So it's important that when we decide what we're going to do or what we want to do, is that we like it. Okay. We need to understand that we like it. And so that way we can tap dance our way to work after we do it every day. Just like we said at the beginning, it's important that we don't follow and run after the things that we love to do, because then we can still do those things later. But if we turn what we love to do into our daily activity, a lot of the times it kind of drops down, right? And we don't get nearly as excited for that anymore. One of the good examples that I have was, for me, is sales. When I was doing my photography business, I enjoyed the sales a lot. I was like, dude, I love sales. This is awesome. And then I do sales every day, talking to, 300 people plus per day for 6-7 days a week. There's lots of times where I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this at all or anymore. And eventually I got burnt out to where I am now doing my online businesses, course sales, and agency, which is way, 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 way better, because I get to still do sales and marketing. So I get to do the cool little ninja things and work with people's psyche and understand what people really want and then deliver that, right? But I'm also not having to go somewhere all the time in order to do that. Plus my margins are way better, right? Because when I was doing the photography sales, I was only making $20 a sale. With my courses and everything else, we're talking my lowest ticket is like $700. So it takes me way less people to make way more money and way less time as well. But it comes from structure and design, knowing that that's what I wanted to do, and structure it in the way and price it in a way that it makes sense for the person buying, and it also makes sense for what I want to do to balance and creating my life the way that I want to create my life, versus on just kind of accepting what happens and then rolling with the punches, which I have to do for years. And you know whoever knows what happens with life, but I'm always willing to sit down, throw the punches to get back to where I want to be. So the things that we want to ask ourselves is, what did we grow up around? Okay, what did you grow up around in your life? Was it like I grew up around a farm, I grew up around wrestling and coaching. um I grew up around a lot of hardworking people. My mom and dad were small time entrepreneurs without knowing it. So I kind of got into the business world without knowing it as well, because we used to go cut down trees, chop them up and sell the wood, right? We used to do 4-H, raise it, buy the pigs, buy the cows, raise it, do all the stuff, and then go and sell them, right? That's entrepreneurial. Now there's ways to scale it bigger, like I have here and beyond as well, that my family just didn't know because they hadn't had the right education, right? So what did you grow up around? Then that places neural pathways in your brain subconsciously that you will most likely find yourself being happier in that world of some kind. Okay. The second question, what can you talk about effortlessly on a Saturday night, right? I can talk about UFC. I can talk about marketing. I can talk about videos nonstop I just enjoy the psychology of it and how one works and one doesn't, why this one works and why that one doesn't, why they commented here, why they didn't do there, because it just comes all from speech pattern and words. That's what marketing is. That's what sales is. That's what communication is. That's how you build anything, is through words and communication. That's how everything is built. And once you understand that, and then you can consciously develop your words in a way that they always build, you will start building things almost feels effortlessly, because you've controlled your vocabulary, which is really cool to understand. Okay. What strangers' feedback have you got? So what have strangers told you you're good at? Is this your smile, your personality, that you're funny, that you work hard, that you can do X, Y, and Z? That's outside of what you're doing right now. That if you don't enjoy what you're doing, okay, that might be a good pathway for you. Ty gave us an example from yesterday where he said this guy was in selling shoes, and he's like, "Hey, I really love tennis." And then Ty's like, "Well, how come you don't just sell tennis equipment?" And the guy was like, "Whoa, that's freaking crazy good idea." And then he went and sold tennis equipment. So what have strangers told you that you're good at? Okay. Take that into consideration. So get rid of what your mom says and your close families and them, so that way it's not, hey, tell me my baby's ugly when my baby's really ugly, instead of telling me my baby's cute. Okay, we don't want to do that. So then the last question is, what have you been doing for the last 10 years? So this goes back to the same gentleman that was selling shoes. He was selling shoes for 10 years, but he likes tennis. So you don't get rid of all your experience. You're just going to mix your experience with the thing that you want to do and intermingle them together. So that way you can wake up and tap dance your way to work, and your business and what you do every day actually feels like vacation, and you can smile and enjoy your life. Okay. So those are the things that we have for today. The questions for today that we have from Ty Lopez that we can answer to really stick it on our brain, there's 3 of them today. So what have you been vacation minded about? So remember, if you need a vacation from what we do, we've already lost. Okay. So what's that mentality? Hey, this company gives me X, Y, and Z, and they give me 2 weeks of vacation every year. Okay. That's a good way to fail right off the bat. So when you wake up, do you feel like you're tap dancing to work? Yes or no? And explain why. Are you in danger of pursuing something you lust after instead of something that you like? Like, we go back to the Michael Jordan version of where Michael loved baseball but liked basketball. And it's a good thing that he went with what he liked, because even when he went and tried baseball, he failed miserably just because the dude is super tall. Even though he's a freak athlete, as we talked about in the later videos, it's hard. It's almost impossible to be an expert at multiple things. at a time at that elite level in the world, right? You're talking about the best in the world. It's hard to be the best of the world at more than one thing because it takes all that time to build up to there. Okay. So those are what I have for you guys today. If you are stressed out and you're a business owner that just needs the leads and sales, then this 15-day challenge is definitely for you. It's only $7. This is the blueprint, okay, of over $10 million a year company plus. All right, we're going to get the step-by-step, the play-by-play, how to build your funnels, how to build your ads, how to build your coaching programs. This is exactly how I developed what I do today too. This is the core foundation, right? I have now built my own courses and I have my own agency to do things for you that we can get on the phone for if you don't want to do it yourself. But this is definitely the entry point. This is what you're going to look at when you guys go see it. It's either the first link on the description or it is 15days.yescolton.com. So go ahead and go grab it. And then I'll see you guys on the inside. Okay. Subscribe for more. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Peace.